Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. They'll start the drive with Edwards. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Throwing is Levis on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. Start.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
That's incomplete left side. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it.
18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. And we talked about it earlier. Brought a losing streak into the building with him. That is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3-and-out.
No, you want to bust that narrative, and the best way to do that is to start fast, and, well, once again, they're not.
Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10, it's Levis. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Running for the first time with a man out of BYU. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Not a whole lot to speak of here, partner. 2-yard gain at most at 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Levis to the air now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Complete beyond the marker. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down. Man in motion here. They'll run here on first down. He's still going at the 30. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
The 12-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Pass it down close. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Ready? 7.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Dumped off to his running back. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Ready? Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready?
Working out of the gun. Sanders to the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force third and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
And it's incomplete on third and goal. First time this game they've looked to him. And that forces them to fourth and goal. Tyler Bass on now for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
He'll take this at the 10. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We've set it downs for him from the 31.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Airing it out to start this drive. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. They'll cobble together a yard there. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60. Ready?
Here he goes, third and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. 15. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Levis setting to throw. He put everything he had into this one. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. We got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Right up the gut. Finds room to the 30. The 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys stretch their early lead to 9. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Cowboys go up 10-zip here in the 1st.
Eagles nothing.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Helmet ready.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Back. Let's go.
They'll throw to start the drive. Big strike here to Williams. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Got it. Ready?
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Here we go. Set. Cook.
They'll run it from the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Ready?
And you just get the play off. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll return to the link right after this.
On the set.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start out with a 3rd and 9.
Liking 18. Ready?
3rd and long for him here. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends.
Diamond.
On 1st down, they'll run. Well, the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throw here, third down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up. They'll punch another one away. Coy Bajorquez returning to the field. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34.
Let's go now. Gravity lying. Let go.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Throwing it on second down. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Third down from the dome. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Takes it in at the 21. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 24-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Levis now on first down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
We really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Low him back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Come back team. Come back team.
Sanders now on third down. On the move, headed right. Connection made with his back deep downfield. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Here we go. Set.
Sanders going to throw here on first. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. George Pickens, the intended target. So it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
They'll toss it to Edwards, running right. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Third and long here for Sanders. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Corey Bajorquez on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Tag! W9!
They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Let's go now.
Here he is on 2nd and inches. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still inches to go on 3rd down.
Ready?
He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to it. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to have this one down in the 37. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Ready?
New set of downs from the 37.
Ready?
First down, play action. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by them.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Bringing pressure, and it's blocked. Looks like the Cowboys got it. And they'll stuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a blocked extra point on the play.
You just never know what could be the play at the end of the game that we look back on and say, you know what? That was the play that decided it all. It seems small now. It's just a little old point, right? But if this one stays close to the end, keep an eye on that block because that single point could loom very, very large.
Good work so far. He's got room. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
Got it. Ready?
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timber Wolf.
Working now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Cougar 19.
They send a man in motion.
Ready?
Here's Sanders now. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd.
Okay, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big third down coming up. Got to seize back a little control and find a way to cut off the comeback.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down.
18, run.
Sanders going to look to throw. He's going deep. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. The flag makes this third down and 10.
Ready.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down.
We see this all the time.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. To the air on first down, Sanders. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So second down coming up.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up third and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Ready.
Third and short here, Sanders. Into the hands of Pickett. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's go now. Ready.
On first down, here's Sanders. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Couldn't find Jimmy Horn Jr. there. And now they face second down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready. 19, Tiger. 19, Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
19 sight.
Working inside the red zone. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
They'll run now on second down. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up third down. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Ready. Bronco 80.
He's back to throw. Setting up the screen. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready?
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Tag.
Airing it out to start this drive. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Big strike here to Williams. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Lone back gets the handoff. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be 3rd down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up. On their own side, but only need an inch or 2 here, so they're going for it.
Go strict. 60 Vikings. 6 Panther 11. Panther 11.
Back to throw it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Ready.
The give here on 2nd. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Brandon Smith. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Get it. Bracco 80.
To the air on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And instead of 3 points, quarter 3 remains tied.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
19 Tiger.
To the air, Sanders. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Short pass brought in. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Mustang 19, Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. Trying for the deep ball. Racing down the left side. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a third-quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
On the set.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
They give it to him again. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. That ball is loose. That goes out of bounds before the recovery is made. So, they get to keep it after a run back. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Intended for Pickens. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Get it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll throw to start the drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. He's got a man left. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Plowing up the middle. Running in the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Go, Reed, go. Go.
Setting him on the dive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Cowboys.
Sanders setting the pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
Within 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Ranger.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter.
On the ready.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13.
Fix the Eagles.
Pass play now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Ready.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Ready.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Liking, 8, go!
Looking to throw here. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, right?
3rd and long for him here. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he'll at least get this to register as inside the 20 on the stat sheet, as this is down at the 19-yard line. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Levis. This is a heater going deep. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
Here we go, start.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Back. Bronco 80.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
Got all of it, and this is good. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Returning it from the 4. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Ready.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Go.
They'll start the drive with Edwards. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Edwards again. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. Sanders back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jahan Campbell makes the play. And the Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Continued excellence from this defense as they force another interception, Brock, and now a little chance at some redemption for their offense. Had to settle for a field goal after that last pick. Now they get a chance at a touchdown once again.
Yeah, and we know this, Kate. We know the turnover margin in these games is so often a dictator, but when you add points off those turnovers and takeaways, well, you often in on the winning ledger more times than not. You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from them? Or maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Let's go now.
For the right side, caught by Smith. And he'll go down here at the 16. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Savon Rebel with the pick. And the Cowboys have some new life in the fourth. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Sanders going to throw here on first. Buying some time left. He can run it. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
On the set. Here we go.
Edwards on the shotgun handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Back to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
60 by 6, 60. Rig alert, rig alert. Pack the 60, pack the 60.
To throw. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn...